There is something so eerie about this submarine going missing. Like, for starters, why were these people charged $250,000 a ticket? Why are there fraud charges against Ocean Gate that no one even has been talking about? Why did the man who tried to tell them almost 3 years ago that this submarine was not safe get fired and they still went on this exploration? The Titan submersible submarine went missing 1 hour and 45 minutes into its 8-day exploration. There are 5 people aboard. 3 are believed to be billionaires and millionaires, and then there's the co-pilot and a content creator. Apparently, the machine or submarine was supposed to free fall to the bottom of the North Finland Ocean and actually view the wreckage of the Titanic. Now, if you know anything about the wreckage of the Titanic, then you know it's 12,500 feet at the bottom of this ocean. Also, the wreckage is not in one spot. It's actually broken up and it is 220,000 meters apart, which means these people can be here, here, or here. I just think it's insane because at this point, we only have explored 3% of the ocean. So what in someone's right mind says, hey, let's take a 22-foot long submarine with one glass hole where we can see out of, window, and we can't even open it from the outside, right? Because even if they have gone somewhere in the middle of the Finland Ocean and they have popped up, they cannot get out. This submarine only opens from the outside. And then Ocean Gate is already sketchy as fuck. They have things going all the way back to 2017 where they have actually been charged with fraud and discrimination charges against a man who worked for them and tried to tell them that this machine was not safe. They fired him. I can only think, how can they not find this submarine? I mean, these people are billionaires. Use their money. Use their family's money. Where's the Navy? Why is it that the Coast Guard and local agencies are the only people looking? I don't know. It's recently been updated that today is Tuesday, right? They only had 96 hours of air. They have heard on a sonar Doppler that someone is doing or something, they've heard tapping every 30 minutes in intervals. If you ask me, I think it's Morse code. There is a captain amongst this ship, and I'm sure he's been trained for this. So my thing is, if you hear all this, no one's even been down there. They haven't sent a single rescue ship down there. These people have no food, no water. They're running out of air. They have nowhere for their waste to go. I'm sure they're sick by now from the pressure. There's vomit, feces, amongst everything, and fear. What is going on? It is now Wednesday, 10 a.m., and there is 24 hours left of oxygen in the Titan submarine. The Titan submarine went missing Juneteenth, approximately 1 hour and 45 minutes into its exploration. Now, this Titan submarine was trying to go 12,500 feet down to the ship wreckage of the Titanic to explore. 1 hour and 45 minutes into this dive, they lost all communication. Now, common sense would be to go back up, but it is believed they kept going. So now we're down to the last 24 hours of the 96 hours of oxygen that they had. What makes this whole story completely fucked is that, number one, this DIY soda can that they have gone to the bottom of the fucking ocean in was already told to these people and more than 3-page documents that they could die. And in 2017, they fired a safety inspector that they hired to investigate this company. Their own safety investigator told them that it was not safe. Apparently, the 7-inch glass that they're supposed to look through to see the Titanic does not correspond with the materials made of the actual ship. So it's not a ship with a submersive submarine that's the size of a fucking soda can. It's 22 feet tall. They can't stand up. There's one button inside, and it's manned by a Logitech controller. A game console controller. Not even a real one. Not a PlayStation. Not an Xbox. The off-brand one that you use to replace when you don't have those console game controllers. Apparently, around Monday evening, they heard these series of taps in 30-minute intervals that they believe to be SOS codes. It has been recently updated by CBC NBC News that these are actual SOS codes. They are hearing SOS Morse codes that have been coming through since Monday evening. What makes this whole situation even more fucked up is that there is a company named Mulligan that has reportedly told everyone they're on standby ready to help, and they have a vehicle that they can send down to actually retrieve or try to locate these people. What is fucked up is that this vehicle would not arrive until these people ran out of oxygen, so they contacted the Navy to try to get it flown to where it's believed they hear the SOS signals, and they denied to help. The Navy will not help them. They have also sent 3 submersives down that are not man-powered, and they have only made it to 3,000 feet, and they have imploded. And apparently the shipwreckage is actually 2,000 miles apart, not 220,000 meters. My mistake. I have been down a rabbit hole. I actually have not been to. So here we are with all this information, and these people, there are 5 people on there. There's a father and son duo, a content creator, and the actual captain. It's going to take Jesus himself to save these people, because even if they do go down there and find them, they can't open this 17 bolted hatch and let these people out. They will literally implode from the inside from the pressure. I had to get my glasses and my teeth for this, because this shit is deep and shady as fuck. One thing about shady shit, it always comes to light. Let's get into it. So I've been doing some digging, and upon me digging, I came across this post up here from July 5th of 2022. Now, in this post, this lady, who I will not name or post her picture, says that she actually did go down using the Ocean Gate submersible Titan. Now, remember, it's a submersible, not a submarine. Why? Because they never passed clearance to be called a submarine, which would have caused them to go through a series of tests that they didn't do. Nevertheless, this lady's posting about how grateful she is and how happy it is that she made it. But look at this. In that post, she goes on to tag this guy, Rory Golden. Apparently, he is part of the crew that operates the Ocean Gate Titan and everything else that Ocean Gate does. Now, with everything going on and the fact that these people have been missing since Sunday, Rory released a statement saying this: "We are all on board here for our friends. Please do not ask their names, as this is most sensitive," and blah, 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 and goes on to say that information updates will be released as and when relevant. Any media inquiries should be directed to Lisa whoever, and leaves this email. I went on his page and found that these ocean expeditions have actually been underway for a long time, and that they've been planning this specific one since around March of this year. As you can see here, Rory posts about a gentleman who graduated at 28 who's going on this same Titanic expedition. Not sure what he has to do with it, just thought it was valuable information. Upon going on his page, I actually found this video of them dancing in front of the Ocean Gate around March. I can't post it on here because the clip is too long, but let me know if you guys want to see it. They were actually preparing for the same expedition that these 5 people just got lost on. This is not the first time Ocean Gate has done this. There are webinars all the way back from 2021 and 2022. Here's another CBC informational that they did, and just another post of someone saying how much fun they had with Ocean Gate. Here's where shit gets a little sketchy. Apparently, there was a lawsuit against Ocean Gate that came out in 2017 when they were deemed unsafe to pilot by an investigator that they had inspect their own craft and were told that it was not safe to go down to 12,500 feet, and they fired him, so he sued. They're not the only one who sued this gentleman. Apparently, a couple from Florida also had an instance where they paid him up to $210,000 for this same expedition that he, quote unquote, rescheduled from the course of 2017 to about 2019, and they never went on. I'm out of time, but I have much more. If you want a part 2, let me know.